Well, what we're doing here is preparing a form to be mounted. Taxidermy form. This is a cow elk form. We have to hollow out the nostrils, tear duct area, go around the eyes, open up the eye orbits a little bit so we can use the appropriate size glass eye. Right here, show you. Turn this upside down. You can see here how we actually went down, parted the lower jaw, the upper lip area, carved all that out. What we usually do, use a Dremel tool. You can use a saw, you can use a regular drill bit. This is the type of lip slot cutting tool. I like to use it. I need to get a new one. This one's getting dull, so you want to keep them sharp. You can use a drill bit if you want. Go down, you go around. Again, this is being prepared. Now, what you have to do is sand all over so the hide paste will adhere to the form, which in turn is going to adhere to the skin, to the cape. That's real important. Now, when these here come from the factory, all forms, regardless who makes them, they use a mold releasing compound so they can take the parts of the mold off and take the form out of the mold. So you have to get all this off the form. One good trick I found out is to take rubbing alcohol, saturate a rag with it, and wipe all over the form. Then of course you always have to go ahead and sand it. Now, I have seen some people, this is no lie, I've seen some people take a torch to these forms, and man, I'll tell you what, it almost looks like they're going to catch on fire because they melt them. It looks absolutely horrible. They really don't destroy the anatomical accuracy, they don't go that far, but man, I'll tell you what, once they put that hide paste on, they put everything on there, and it hardens, locks in there, nothing's going to move that, I can guarantee you that, but I don't go that far. I do like we've always done for the past 40 some odd years, just sand the form down, we get everything ready. And since this here came UPS, it came in 2 pieces. I had to go ahead and bond everything back together. I used Bondo, some screws in there to hold it. Then when that came back, we had to go ahead and use a rasp all this even again. Again, you don't want to destroy the anatomical correctness that was sculpted into this form by the sculptor. So you want to make sure of that. Key places that you want to go ahead and make sure that are sanded properly and properly prepared. Facial areas, facial features, any depression areas where the skin is going to have to be held up there real tight. Of course, you can always use stainless steel pins and brads and things like that there to hold the skin up there, in addition to the hide paste, because the hide paste is real important. Armpit areas, any areas that you want to accentuate the muscle tone of the animal, that's very important. So basically that's how you take care of a form, and you prep it for taxidermy work. Again, everyone has their own techniques on how they want to do things. A lot of people will cut the nose completely off, the front part of the face completely off right here, hollow out the back part and put in an artificial septum if that's what you want to do, and then bond that back on there, and then go ahead and cut around, do everything I just showed you. But you know, there's always a dozen different ways to do something, so it's just something you have to keep going. Now what I'm going to do here, of course, excuse me for a minute, working outside today. This here, I'm just using 91% alcohol. You can come in here, like I said, just go ahead and saturate that rag. Put a bunch on there. Not going to hurt nothing. Come in here and wipe that off. Again, you have to make sure the surface is prepared properly so the hide paste will stick. In turn, when the hide paste dries, of course you got your cape over there. It's all been adjusted, held in place. When that dries, everything locks on there, rock tight. That's no problem whatsoever. So I still got a lot of work to do on here. Again, I got to take all this off. I got to get it all looking good. And I'm not going to burn this form. I've seen it, and other people kind of burn their forms. Hey, it works good, but you really got to know what you're doing there. So, and you got to be careful and safe in all things. So that's basically what you do. You do all your cutting you got to do. This here is a cow elk form. If it was a bull elk or a buck deer or something like that, there'd be a head block up in here for the antlers to go ahead and be put on. But we don't have to worry about this here on this cow elk. That's what I'm doing here, just rubbing things down, getting things ready, sanding, preparing the surface for the bonding of the skin. I hope these tips help you out. Thanks for watching.